Message to all our viewers before we get started on today's video. It has come to our attention that over 90% of our regular viewers are not subscribed to the channel. We request you to please click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can be notified when the next video from Mythology is out. The bigger the channel gets, the better the quality of videos that we do for you also gets. So please help us make some amazing videos by supporting the channel and clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Now over to the video. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythology with your host Nitin Nair. Today we are going to be taking a journey into one of the most popular mythologies from around the world, which has inspired a lot of people like me to take up the whole concept of mythology, show an interest in archaeology, and many of them to really pursue Egyptology as a profession. Now, the moment I said Egyptology, you would have understood that we are going to be looking into ancient Egyptian mythology today. In ancient Egypt, Ammit was a beast that symbolized judgment. She devoured souls that could not reconcile the scales of truth with their hearts, and those souls were then consigned to eternal death. In the Hall of Judgment, Ammit, who was referred to as the Eater of the Dead, waited at the feet of Thoth, the scribe god. While the dead person's heart was weighed in one of the great balances span, the feather of the deceased was held in another. If the deceased person's deeds were pure, honest, and righteous, the feather and heart would be balanced. If a person was to be spared, Thoth would say that they should be regarded as one of the blessed dead. They would then be brought to the underworld and be led to the god of the underworld, Osiris. If the scales tipped and the heart weighed more than the feather, then the person was considered unworthy of life. In this situation, the heart would be thrown to Ammit by a jackal-headed funerary god named Anubis. Ammit would then eagerly consume it and the person would die. Ammit is commonly depicted with various types of animals, such as with the head of a crocodile, a lion's upper body, and the lower legs and back of a hippopotamus or a lion. The combination of these fearsome creatures suggests that no evil soul can be spared. Some believe that Sekhmet was related to Ammit due to her characteristics and lionine features, but there is very little proof of the same, and many researchers and Egyptologists tend to disagree. Her name is generally translated as Devourer, but could also be understood to be the chilling bone eater, and she was known as the devourer of millions. She was also known as Ammut or Ammit in ancient Egypt. Although Ammit was never regarded as a goddess, she was regarded as a powerful force for good in ancient Egypt. She symbolized all that the ancient Egyptians were afraid of and was a reminder of the principles of Ma'at. Ammit was often referred to as a demon, but she was still regarded as a force of order among the gods. At the time of their death, each person was given the opportunity to defend their actions before they were condemned to eternal death. The scarab beetle was used to encourage the heart to stay silent against those who were deemed to be evil, while the negative confession allowed the person to point out all their wrongdoings. In addition to being depicted with various types of animals, Ammit has also been depicted with Egyptian gods who weigh the heart of the deceased individual. In recent years, Ammit has gotten a bit of a makeover from Marvel. She is now a more active participant in judging the dead according to the new Marvel series, comics, and television show. She is referred to as the Riddler in the comics, which actually is a role attributed to the Sphinx and not Ammit in Egyptian mythology. In the Moon Knight series, her character continues to develop. She is now able to weigh the scales of living to determine if they are guilty of crimes that they are yet to commit. This is a bit of a departure from her usual role, but it is also interesting because she is against the god Khonshu. It is believed that she has been trapped and a winged scarab could lead to her tomb. As you can see, Egyptian mythology is not only filled with amazing gods who influenced the whole mythology and civilization of a region, but also some extremely dangerous creatures that have really brought about a whole new dimension to the concept of Egyptology and ancient Egyptian mythology. The Sphinx was probably the most common hybrid that everyone knew about, but with Ammit, we are going to be looking into some other hybrids in Egyptian mythology who have had a huge role to play in not only the creation of the universe, but also in how the daily life of the people of Egypt were. We will be bringing you a lot more similar characters from various mythologies from around the world, and until then, this is your host Nitin Nair signing out by reminding you once again that Mythloke is the home of mythology.